Hi friends, welcome back to my new lecture. Today we are going to discuss about mode of heat transfer. Basically, initially we are going to discuss about what is meant by heat transfer. Then we are going to discuss modes of heat transfer with the example. So let's start with what is meant by heat transfer. So if you see basically heat transfer, there are two words, that is first is called as heat and another is called as a transfer. So what's meant by heat? Heat is a type of energy transfers because of temperature difference. So it's a type of energy. Type of energy means what? We are knowing there are various types of energy like potential energy, kinetic energy, mechanical energy, etc. Similarly, heat is also one type of energy, but the speciality of this particular energy is that it will transfer when there is a temperature difference. If temperature difference is not there, then the heat will not be flowing. So if two bodies are there and at same temperature, then heat will not transfer. If two bodies are there, they are at a different temperature, then heat will flow from high temperature to low temperature. Okay, so heat means it's a type of energy and transfer means moving from one place to another place. So what is heat transfer? Heat transfer, heat energy is flowing from one place to another place. Okay, so for better understanding, let's consider atmosphere, which I will consider as a cold body also. If I consider temperature of atmosphere near about 30 degrees Celsius, for example we are taking, so this is at 30 degrees Celsius, and in that atmosphere if I keep a coffee cup, and a coffee cup I am going to consider as a hot body. So this is hot body. Okay, so generally coffee cup temperature, let's consider it's near about 80 degree Celsius. So if I consider a coffee at 80 degrees Celsius and atmosphere at 30 degrees Celsius, with the current temperatures the coffee cup will become a hot body, whereas the atmosphere will become cold body. So as there is a temperature difference, heat will flow from high temperature to low temperature. High temperature is of a coffee cup and low temperature is of atmosphere. So heat will be flowing from high temperature to low temperature like this. The effect of this, what will happen is the hot body temperature will go on dropping. So initially it is 80 degrees Celsius. If you observe after 15 minutes, it will not be 80 degrees Celsius. It may be near about 40 degrees Celsius. Why it is 40 degrees Celsius? Because it has rejected heat. It has given its heat to the atmosphere, and as it has given heat to atmosphere, its temperature will drop. If you observe half an hour or 1 hour, then you will see that the temperature of this coffee or coffee cup has become equal to the atmosphere. So when it becomes equal to the atmosphere, then heat transfer will not be there. Why? Because when it becomes equal to atmosphere, then temperature difference will be 0, because if it becomes equal to atmosphere, its temperature will be 30 degrees Celsius and atmosphere will be at 30 degrees Celsius. So temperature difference is 0 degrees Celsius, and when there is a temperature difference as 0, then heat transfer will not be taking place. Now let's consider some of the other examples of heat transfer. This example already I have told, this is hot body and atmosphere may be cold body, so heat will go away from the cup into the atmosphere. Okay, another example which is shown here is a spoon which is in a contact with heat source. This is the heat source, candle, and the spoon one end is in contact with heat, whereas the other end is in the human being's hand. Okay, so here what will happen, the heat initially will be given to the spoon this end. When heat is given to this end, so its temperature will rise, and if you keep same situation for the 15 minute or 30 minute, what we will observe is, we will observe that this end of the spoon also gets heated. Now why this spoon will be get heated? Because heat will flow in this direction. Heat will flow in this direction. Why? Because here there will be high temperature and here there will be low temperature, and as I told you, heat transfer will be always from high temperature to low temperature. Okay, so these were some example. Let's see another example. This is an example of egg omelette. Here we have to consider that the source of heat is on bottom side, so gas flame is coming from bottom side. It gives heat to pot, so pot will get heated, and the egg omelette is in contact with the pot, so that's why this omelette will also get heated. So here heat transfer from flame to pot, pot to omelette. So this is the good example of heat transfer. If I consider another example, that heat transfer from sun to earth, sun is obviously at high temperature and earth is at low temperature, so heat will be transferred from sun to the earth. So these are some of the example of heat transfer we have seen it. Now let's discuss about what are the modes of heat transfer. There are various modes of heat transfer by which heat transfer takes place. The first mode is called as conduction. Basically a conduction happens in the solid. Next mode is called as convection, and convection happens in the fluids, that is what gas and the liquid. And third mode is radiation, and radiation happens in radiation doesn't require any kind of medium to transfer the heat. Now let's see what are the definition of all these three and what are the example of this all three. Here I have shown you one figure where the heat source is this flame, and here we have shown three modes, that is conduction, convection and radiation. So three modes are present here. So same picture I am going to discuss after discussing definition of all these three modes. Now let's come to the first mode of heat transfer. What is the first mode of heat transfer? That is what called as conduction or heat transfer by conduction. So definition is, conduction is a mode of heat transfer in which heat transfers without actual movement of molecules. So this is quite important word, without actual movement of molecules. So molecule is not moving, that you have to remember. So if you consider any solid part, if you look into the microscope, you will observe that each solid part has molecules. This molecule cannot be observed by our naked eyes, but when you observe under microscope, molecules will be observed. So if heat is transferred without moving the molecules, means molecule will not leave its place from one side to the other side, but heat transfer takes place. So when such kind of situation is there, that's what called as conduction. And conduction, as I told you, it will take place in the solid. Molecules can be vibrate about their mean position but cannot change its position. Molecule can vibrate but cannot leave its position, means what, that you have to understand. Let's consider this is the molecule, this is the molecule of any solid part. This molecule will not leave its place, means this molecule will not transfer to other place, so this movement is not allowed. But it can vibrate about its position, so means what, it can go towards right side and left side like this about their mean position. So if I consider this as the mean position, so about mean position, if it goes right and left continuously, that's what called as vibration. So vibration is allowed but movement of molecule is not allowed. And if this kind of mode is there, then it's called as conduction mode of heat transfer, which takes place. We can see that this is the flame heat source, and in contact with that we have kept the rod. So this rod 1 end is in contact with the flame, so this will have high temperature and heat will be flowing in this direction because it moves always from high temperature to low temperature. So here the mode of heat transfer is conduction. Now in conduction there are two mechanisms. By the first mechanism is called as molecular vibration, and this we have already discussed. What is molecular vibration? That if molecules are vibrating, then it is called as molecular vibration. Let's understand this by this particular figure. What we are having one metal rod. This is the metal rod. Metal rod, one end is in contact with heat source, a flame, and whatever dots you are observing, small dots, that is the molecules present in a metal rod. So if I give heat to this one, these molecules will get heated, and as molecules will get heated, it will start vibrating. When it starts vibrating, it bombards on the nearer molecule, or it struck on the nearer molecule. So when it struck to nearer molecule, then what will happen? The heat will be transferred to that particular molecule and its temperature will rise. As its temperature rises, its vibration also goes on increases. So you have to remember that the molecular vibration, it depends upon temperature. If high temperature is there, molecular vibration will be more. If low temperature is there, molecular vibration will be less. Okay, so obviously at initial case the vibration will be more in this part compared to this part, because this part is at low temperature. Okay, so let's see an animation of this. Here you can see that the molecules are vibrating in this particular zone, whereas here the no vibration is there. So as the temperature increases, the molecule starts vibrating and it transfers the energy. So here molecule starts vibrating, it transfers the energy to nearer molecule and heat transfer takes place, and the heat will come to the other end like this, and total metal rod will become heated. Once again it is shown, heat transferred from high temperature zone to low temperature zone by the molecular vibration. So this is first mechanism, that is what called as molecular vibration. There is one more mechanism, that's what called as by free electrons. So heat can be transferred in conduction by using free electrons. Electrons are different and molecule is different. Remember, the molecule cannot leave its place, but free electron can leave its place. Here we are written that free electrons carries heat from a hot region to cold region. Free electron carries more heat compared to molecular vibration. So let's consider this as an animation once again. The bigger red color dot, what you are observing, that is what molecule, and small dots which are moving, that is what called as electrons. So you can see that the electrons are moving, but molecule is not moving. So if this particular part is heated, the electron from this region will move to the other region carrying heat along with this. So you have to remember that electron can move but molecules cannot move. Okay, and here what we are written is that free electron carries more heat compared to molecular vibration. So if I compare two mechanisms, one is, first mechanism is molecular vibration, second mechanism is free electron. Out of these two, heat transferred by free electron is more compared to molecular vibration. So if I consider heat transfer is 100 unit, heat transfer is 100 unit. Out of that, this heat transfer 100 unit is transferred by using both molecular vibration and free electron. So if we check out actually how much amount of heat is transferred by molecular vibration, it will be less. For example, I am giving example, it may be a 10 unit, whereas heat transfer by free electrons may be 90. So you can see that this by the electrons heat can be transferred very high amount compared to by the molecular vibration. So if you have to remember, that if electrons are present, heat can be transferred more. If electrons are not present, then heat transfer is less. Okay, so this is all about, we have considered a conduction. Coming to the next part, that is convection heat transfer, that is second mode of heat transfer. Convection is the transfer of heat from one place to another place by actual movement of molecule. So here actual movement of molecule is allowed. Convection is usually the dominant form of heat transfer in liquid and gases. So it happens in liquid and gases. So here in the conduction, molecular movement was not allowed, but in the convection, molecular movement is allowed. So here if I consider a small pot, in the pot let's consider water is present and I am giving heat from the bottom. So the gas flame is present from the bottom. Now let's consider one molecule is present over here. This molecule is present over here. Because of gas flame, what happened? The pot will get heated. In contact with pot, molecule is present there, molecule will get heated. When molecule gets heated, it will become lighter, means its density gets reduced. As its density gets reduced, it starts moving in upward side direction. Why? Because it has become lighter, and if it becomes lighter, it starts moving in upward side direction. So this molecule will come here, and the cold molecule which are present here, the cold molecule will be heavier compared to hot molecule, and that's why this cold molecule will come here. So this has become cycle, that cold molecule comes here, gets heated, moves up. Once again cold molecule will come. So this has become a cycle, and in the process what happened? Complete water will be get heated. So here you can see that there is an actual movement of molecule. So molecules are moving from a hot zone to the a cold zone, and at the same time we have written that this particular heat transfer dominantly takes place in liquid and gases. So liquid may be water, oil, etc., and gases may be air, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. Okay, so here I have shown an animation. If molecule is present here, that molecule will get lighter, moves up, again becomes cold, again becomes hot. So this will be continuously a cycle, and whatever you are observing, that is what called as convection currents. So convection currents is the direction of a molecule movement. So here we can see that the direction of molecular movement, and that's what called as convection current. Next mode of heat transfer is called as radiation. Radiation is mode of heat transfer in which medium is not required. So here we don't require a medium. Till now we have discussed about conduction. In the conduction, the medium required is majoritarily solid. In the convection, the medium used is the fluid, that is liquid and gas. But radiation doesn't require any kind of medium. So if medium is absent, then also heat transfer takes place by using electromagnetic waves. These are one type of waves, electromagnetic waves, like gamma rays, X-rays, etc. These are electromagnetic rays. So by using electromagnetic rays, heat is transferred. Okay, so this is in the radiation. So this is example of radiation, heat transfer from sun to earth. We know that around the earth, so if I consider this as earth, around the earth we are having atmosphere like this. Atmosphere means what? In this particular zone, there will be air, oxygen, and that's what called as oxygen, or that's what called as atmosphere. But the atmosphere is present up to certain kilometer from the earth. After that there is no atmosphere. There is no atmosphere means what? It has a vacuum. So if it has a vacuum, means there is no air, no oxygen, no any other gas. So how heat transfer will take place? Heat transfer will take place in this particular zone, or in this particular zone. If I can show you zoom view of this, yes, here in this vacuum the heat transfer is only by the radiation, and that is what? By using electromagnetic waves. When the heat comes to the atmosphere, obviously radiation plus some other part will be there, but when heat is transferring through the vacuum here in the vacuum, then it is purely by the radiation, and that's why radiation don't require any kind of medium. But you have to remember one thing, that if medium is not there, the heat transfer is by the radiation. If medium is there, like air, like this zone, medium is there, then also radiation can happen, but by the lesser rate. Rate of heat transfer by the radiation in presence of air will be less. Why it will be less? Because it creates disturbance. It creates the air particle which are present, it creates disturbance for the movement of radiation rays, or it is also called as electromagnetic rays. So radiation can pass through the air, radiation can pass through the water, but with lesser rate. If there is no medium, that if water is not there, air is not there, and other medium is not present, then heat transfer by radiation will be fastest. And if medium is present, then it will be get disturbed, and what happen is the rate of heat transfer will be get reduced. Now let's see some of the example of radiation. Just now we have discussed that heat transfer from sun to the earth, that's by the radiation. The white color what we are observing, that's what actually atmospheric layer. So and this particular zone is what? Vacuum. So in the vacuum, heat transfer will be by using only electromagnetic waves, and that is nothing but radiation. Whereas in this particular zone, the heat transfer may be convection and some other mode may be present, but when there is a pure vacuum, the heat transfer is only by the radiation. Okay, another example, by the heat source, if you are taking a heat, then that's by the radiation. These are electromagnetic waves, arrows shown there. Now coming to this picture which I had shown you earlier, that this is the flame, and with that flame, suppose one rod is in contact. So this rod, one end will be get heated first. Once this rod will be get heated, then molecule will be get vibrated, because it's a solid part, and as molecule gets vibrated, then what happens? The heat will be transferred from a higher temperature end to the lower temperature end, this side, right? And that's what called as conduction. Then convection, how it occurs? If I consider one of the molecule of the air is present here, takes the heat from flame,